nice. Yeah.
but it doesn't change the game enough to really be like, oh man,
No.
I want to play
No,
that.
I'm not gonna buy it
Like
to make my rip grind easier.
to me, the game is like it's like a game, and they just keep overlapping it with a theme. This theme is dragons. Like that's all it is to me.
I
It's
could see
not
that.
it's not interesting enough for me.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael, aka Freakweasel.
And I'm Brandon, aka ReconviperTV.
And welcome back to Games Sagacity episode 9. Brandon, one off from episode 10. How you feeling? How's it going?
It's good, man. It's good.
Not in paradise, as I like to say. We have some good topics for you folks today, ending in a nice 3v3 Pokemon battle. Hopefully we can get some good ones going there, but let's start off big. Going back to episode 8, kind of gonna glance over this, that Destiny 2, the subscription base like fee was false. It was 100% fake. They data mined it. They basically were, you know, they led us with misinformation. How dare they? So we are sorry to get anybody's hopes up or let anybody's hopes down with Bungie. But yeah, that was Destiny 2 subscription based, and yeah, hopefully that can resolve any issues y'all had with it. World War Z. Okay. World War Z is a game that released 2018, 2019, I believe. It was a zombie. It was Left 4 Dead 2, basically. It was Left 4 Dead 3, basically. It was it was a third person over the shoulder zombie killing machine game. Did you ever play it? No. I played it for a while. It was cool. You had guns that you started out with. You had guns that you could level, the guns you could level up, fully customize them. You could have different guns have suppression on it, so that way when you were going between horde areas, horde areas were basically you hunkered down, and as you hunkered down, zombies would just pour in. Very, very much that it was environmentally destructive. So it was really cool. It was a really cool idea behind it. Um, with it, like I said, guns you can start with, level up your character. There's a couple of glitches at the beginning that were a little meh. We didn't really like them, but they got past them. If you guys haven't played it, I mean, I would highly recommend it. They came out in 2021 with World War Z Aftermath, which is getting a update. Now, when I say hordes of zombies, Brandon, it was
Like Days Gone.
like days gone. Like it was like basically it was you and three AI or you and a couple buddies, and you would just shoot. One bullet would kill one zombie, but it was constantly like pouring in
You know what it sounds
zombies.
like to me? It
Hmm.
sounds like those mobile games that are always just showing like hordes of
It
zombies, and you,
was
you have to like tower defense. Like that's what it
it,
reminds me of.
it was the actual game of that.
Gotcha.
But obviously, if it was more like the movie with Brad Pitt of World War Z, it was like they would, if they hit a wall, they hit a wall. That's
They
fine,
just go straight
but
up.
they would climb on top of each other to get up that wall.
That's pretty cool.
It was amazing.
I think I've seen this game. I just never
Yeah,
played it. Yeah.
it was. There were some ideas behind the game that was like they need to climb the wall to get to you, and there was
Yeah.
a couple of zombies here and there coming from the sides, but them climbing the wall, you would have one person with like a grenade launcher, and you can just poof, poof, poof at the base. And at the base, basically, if you hit the base, everybody would come tumbling down. But you could also hit the top row, and only the top row would fall. So it was very much where you aimed actually mattered, not just hit this target right here and all of it will crumble down no matter what.
So what happened with it? Did something happen with the game?
No, it was, like I said, there was a couple of glitches here and there. I mean, personally, I didn't really look, you know, play it that much. I think it's just because people definitely bought it because it was, I mean, it was a third person Left 4 Dead. Everyone wanted to scratch that itch, but it was definitely like only three. I think it was like only three maps, and you would have to repeat the maps every single time. And
Are you just bringing it up because like it's dead? Is that what
N-
I'm getting at?
no, it's no, they're releasing in World War Z Aftermath. They're releasing a new DLC. The new
Oh,
DLC is a
gotcha.
XL Horde mode. Basically, it's like I think they said it's 1.5 times more zombies. Really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, basing off of that, that shit's it's gonna be crazy. Especially with what it already has had. Um, it's amazing. World War Z. You guys should pick it up.
How much is
Um,
it? Do we know?
I know Aftermath is actually not that expensive. I was just looking at it on Amazon for PS4. You can get it for 22.38.
Is it
That
cross-platform?
G2A you can get on PC Stream Key for 19.59. Is it cross-platform? It is. Yep, between PC and consoles.
Really?
Yeah, that was cross-platform. Like when I saw this, I didn't even know that they had like Aftermath came out. It was pretty. It was a pretty cool idea for them. Um, but yeah, that's all I really had to say about World War Z. Like I said, great game. Everyone should definitely look at it. Goose Goose Duck. You looked into it a little bit. It's a Among Us type game that you can quack, and we all know how quacking I and me work out, especially with Duck Game. Duck Game was how would you describe Duck Game? Duck Game
It's just a Smash
is
Bros, but you're all ducks and you have like power-ups that you
and
have.
weapons, and
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
you
I
can
th-
throw samurai
honestly,
swords,
I
and
honestly think I had more fun playing that game back in the day than I did with Smash Brothers.
yeah. Well, we also used to all get drunk,
Dude, it was so much fun.
and we would be playing that game till like 3 a.m. Shit was
Dude, that
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Well, Duck or Goose Goose Duck is it's a game like Among Us. It is you play as ducks and same thing, you go, complete objectives or you try to murder everybody. You can get from the store different add-ons and stuff. They have what seems to be an active player base that is getting very similar to when um Among Us took off. So I'm wondering, I mean, games has there ever been a game that took over another game like it? I get I'd have to look it up. I mean,
I mean, PUBG really took over H1Z1.
that is true. And then what took over
H1Z1 was
PUBG?
huge.
Apex?
I wouldn't really say it replaced. I think it just was more modernly developed. You know what I mean? Like I think
Okay.
they made like Fortnite was kind of like the same era as PUBG. I think they just developed it better, made better decisions. Because
Yes.
PUBG got sold to a Chinese company.
Did they?
Oh yeah, dude. If you go into PUBG now and you go to like the store, it is all cosmetic, like um, how do I explain it? Like weeby stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll have to start playing PUBG. Um, I guess you can say the same thing for Halo and Call of Duty, but even then, that's not
What
really.
went
I
wrong
guess
with
actually,
Halo?
actually,
What do you think went wrong with Halo? Just poorly developed and
well, no
just
one liked Halo. What was that, 4, 5?
if I had to chime in on something like that, I honestly think Halo is still a really good game. I just think
I love the new Halo.
the audience likes the faster slide cancel, move really fast around the map. Like I think honestly it's like a more of an attention thing than anything. Like people
I
just
feel it.
they have to be moving nonstop. Their Halo was more a little more tactical, like a little slower pace. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it's still fast
Yeah,
paced, but compared to like where Call of Duty is sitting, it's a lot slower.
I guess I would say Call of Duty took over from Medal of Honor, really.
Back, yeah, when Call of Duty was like more of like a single player game than it was a multiplayer game. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say they definitely took over for them.
because I mean, there's the story that they did with Modern Warfare. They set that franchise up till now.
Exponentially.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to I mean, I can only guess none of them expected them to be, still games to this day, but I mean, games like these have been around for forever. I mean, we definitely talked about this before about, games being forever that move in one direction and they kind of stay in their lane kind of thing. I mean, do you think these developers could make any other game than a Call of Duty or a
oh sure, will they be good games? I don't know.
I know Activision, I mean, I, I'm not saying like, oh, because I know Activision makes Spyro, if I'm not mistaken. They make a lot
That's
of games.
Insomniac.
Who um what do they make? Well, I guess
Right.
Activision and Blizzard now make Call of Duty.
Yes.
Um but oh, Candy Crush. Yeah,
Pretty
let's talk
sure
about Candy
I'm
Crush.
pretty sure they bought Candy Crush,
They bought King,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, King is who makes Candy Crush. Um oh, Activision Blizzards are property produced by Activision Blizzard are Spyro.
Did you
Skylanders.
hear? Did you hear? I think I learned about this a little while ago. But did you know one of the lead designers? I can't remember his freaking name. That used to work on WoW is coming back or came back.
Was it a lead designer?
I'm pretty sure it was some designer developer thing,
I mean, but what was his era?
like
That's
beginning times, like up to Wrath type of
interesting.
stuff. Yeah, I was
But
pretty
like,
intrigued about that. But I honestly think for me, I think at this point in my life, I just don't have the attention span slash time to really play games like WoW, like MMOs.
yeah, I
I guess I
couldn't.
can't really say that because I play Destiny a lot, but not to the same caliber as most people do. You know what I mean?
I can't. My niche has definitely gone away from MMOs. Oh, definitely you. I wanted to, like last night me and you played freaking Civilization
Yeah,
6.
I don't think it's the amount. It's like, how do I explain this? Maybe we just don't want to spend that much time on that game anymore with how much time
I
we have
think
spent.
we realize. I think we realize. how much time we have in a day now, comparative to as kids, we used to just sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I can play till 4 in the morning," and then next thing you know, it's six
Just
in the
because,
morning. You're like,
just no responsibilities.
"Yeah," and then now we start yielding away from no responsibilities to okay, let's tack that on, tack that
All
on,
the
tack that on, tack that on,
responsibilities.
and we have. I mean, hell, you have a kid, and
Yeah.
I manage a
I can
store.
play games and with the kid though. That's the cool thing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, the little dweeb doesn't need anything, right?
I don't know. As far as where the game is right now, I haven't seen anything that's really wowed me. Get it? Like no, seriously, I like the dragon flying was kind of cool, but like
Even
it's
then,
not enough. It's not enough to get me interested.
I don't know what, but like, question is, what would get you interested? What would get me interested?
I think, like I said, I think that's the problem. Is I think the game is not hasn't changed enough to really keep our interest. It's the same quests. It's the
Yeah,
same rep grind, level up, three characters. I know they have kind of rewarded like it's easier to have alts now, so that's pretty cool. So it like
so
decreases the amount of time for alts. Alts like alternative character, like your other characters, not your main.
yeah, but what do they reward you with?
I think there's just like was it rep or something that you could like it's account wide or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but
Oh,
I saw that and I'm like, whoa, like that's
well,
pretty
that'd be
huge.
nice. Yeah.
But it doesn't change the game enough to really be like, oh man, I
No,
want to play
no,
that.
I'm not gonna buy it for
Like
to make my rip grind easier.
to me, the game is like it's like a game, and they just keep overlapping it with a theme. This theme is dragons. Like that's all it is to me. And
I can see that.
it's not interesting enough for me. Sure, they brought
They,
back talent trees. Sure, they brought back some old
yeah.
mechanics, but the game's the same. It hasn't changed. So, do you really want to sit down and play the same exact game? Just have dragons.
I mean, dragons are pretty cool.
And dragons are pretty cool. Are they? Is it enough to keep you engaged in the game though? I don't think so. Not for most people. Now, if you're making money at it,
Oh,
like add
yeah,
some
yeah,
gold or something, and
yeah.
you just
Silver or
love the
something,
game,
but
that's fine. But like for an average
I,
player who plays maybe a couple hours a day, like no.
like I would say average a week I played mm, maybe 25
A week, 24 hours.
a week. Yeah, and
I remember spending all day every day.
yeah, just going. That was.
I
But
just I honestly think it just takes
I
too
also
long
had
to
a lot
do
of time
stuff.
on my hands. Huh?
Yeah. I just think it takes too long to do stuff.
It does. And they, I mean,
But they have to do that to keep people playing.
exactly because it's. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those damned if they do, damned if they don't kind of things. It's like what was the example I was about to give? It was like they're damned if they make it so easy that it's instant gratification, but if they don't, then it's
I have no problem.
fuck you guys, really.
I have no problem with difficult content. It's when content is time gated. Like you have to do all these
Yeah,
dailies for a month before you can get to the next thing. And it's the same daily over and
over and
over and
over.
over again.
I don't know what
I think that's what I really like about Destiny. Is like you can knock
I
out all the content in the game. Like if you just keep playing, nothing is time gated.
I don't know why I can't get into Destiny. I
No,
mean, the main example was
Bryson's the same way. He can't get into
well,
Destiny either.
the main example for me was like constantly like, okay, I have to go back and do this now. Oh, I have to go back and do this now. Oh, I have to go back and do this now.
You honestly, in order to like Destiny, you really have to like their gunplay.
Wish I do.
Hmm. I don't know
I
then.
love it. Destiny is just one of those games that I can't I don't know, like I was really into Destiny 1. I remember that because I used to play with mm, they're from your neck of the woods.
Really?
Cody and I forget the other guy's name. Um and us three used to play Destiny a whole bunch. And we used to play on the PS4. It was constantly, and then because now I barely remember those days. I log in to my PS5, go on to Destiny, and it's like, oh yeah, you completed Nightfall or not Nightfall, the King's Tomb or something like that.
King's Fall?
Yeah, King's Fall.
That actually came back. That's a rare that you could do now
Oh,
in
is it?
Destiny 2. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, oh, you did this raid with people. I was like, when? I don't know. It doesn't have a. I don't know. I guess I just played it just to play with friends because I never actually fully had it in my heart, in my soul. Um. Yes. Speaking of games that have a lot of content, Civilization.
Or we're talking about Civ.
We're gonna talk about Civ for a second.
Okay.
Holy shit. Okay, when's the last time you played Civ before last night?
Well, I mean, the last couple days, but I've been like as far as before that, 2 years ago.
Okay. Civilization has so much shit in it. It's crazy now. Because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I played Civ 5 and then they added on Civ 6 plus like natural disasters and like
Yeah.
I mean you can play as Canada. That's pretty cool.
Are all of these extra things you got to keep track of a good thing or a bad thing for you?
So going into it fresh
Yeah.
eyes.
It was
I
overwhelming.
went I went, all right, go. I was focused on my action, like my action bar thing.
Yeah.
The one that's like, oh yeah, this happened, you got arrow point, you got arrow point. Also arrow
It's
points. My God. I don't know how arrow points work. I don't know how the
oh, for
base
the
arrow
ages.
points
Yeah,
work.
era. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I can
I
show
just
you.
didn't understand. Yeah, I just didn't understand how that worked as a
So,
whole.
if you hover the numbers on the bottom right, the numbers below your action button,
Yes.
it'll tell you what you need to do in that age, in that era to keep going.
Oh.
But also, you can depending on what you need to do, there are things called eurekas, and you go
Yes.
into your tech tree, and under a specific tech, it'll tell you what you need to do to cause a eureka to happen, which also
Yes.
speeds up your tech research.
By like 50%.
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes even more. I've literally, there are some great scientists in the game. It's completely random, but you can get them, and sometimes you can research like two or three. Like it'll be like research everything up to the industrial age, and if you're like a little bit behind, there could be like 6 or 7 techs that you just research like that. It's
I mean,
crazy.
there was some that like I was making this and that and this and that, and it was like, oh, this takes one turn, this takes two turns, this takes one turn. So I was like pushing it, pushing it, pushing
Yeah,
it. Like right now, I think in the game we have, what's the benefits of building wonders?
a lot
Okay, because
because
I
that also
have
gives you arrow points, like a lot of them.
I have the Oracle,
Yeah, I saw
Hanging
that
Garden,
you
Hanging
were
Grove.
pumping them.
Yeah, I
You
had
actually
I
took
have a
one
good
from me
four.
last night. It
What
started
was
on
it?
the Aponda or whatever. I can't remember how you pronounce it.
Oh, I
I was
didn't
like,
take that one.
no, you did. I
Did
saw that.
I? Because
Yeah.
I didn't see it finish production. I
No,
thought
it
someone took it
did.
from me.
No, it did. It finished.
Oh,
I was two turns away. I was like, "What?" The cool
I
thing is
am.
though, the cool thing is if you're producing a wonder and you don't finish it now, it gives you some production back.
That's good. Okay,
So your next production in that city will be
it's
like
almost instant.
not well,
Also,
depending on how much production you have in the city, but yeah.
like the government buildings or whatever, you have to place on a tile.
hmm Do you like that?
I kind of know how they work. I kind of don't know how they work. I know you build them to like build other things. So like
Yeah.
you build like a science one to build a library, or you build a
Yes.
military one build barracks. Like I understand that they give you certain benefits. So I mean, is that the general gist of them, or
Yeah.
I mean,
I
then I
think
don't really have
I
a
on
problem with them.
the change I think came um before in Civ 5
Hmm.
you you could make a city and if you had enough
Yes.
gold, you could literally buy every building in the game. So the whole building on a tile thing to produce other buildings, you could still buy them, but you can't buy the complex or the tile. Like you can't put a government plaza and buy that and then buy all the buildings in it. You have to produce that. So basically it just
Okay.
slows your ability to spread your empire and just level up the cities instantly.
Gotcha. By the way, I just want to say, I just received a evacuation warning.
Evacuation warning?
It'll be how bad it's raining outside because it's we're in flood zones.
Oh yeah, where you are. Hmm. Interesting. They just put you on alert. They're not like actually evacuating you.
No, they just put us on alert.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah, dope.
cool.
Civilization though, yeah. Speaking of floods, there's tiles that will flood in
Yeah.
like an era or something.
So if you have like a city next to a river and you don't have floodgates, you can 100% get flooded. You can also, and I did this in the game with Bryson today. Um, you can put a spy in another civ city that is near a river and cause a flood.
Why did you tell me
Yeah,
that?
it's so cool.
You're gonna be like,
It
"Hey, Mike, what are
failed.
you doing
No,
over here?" Up,
actually,
shit.
no, they caught me in the act, but it got
Oh,
done.
fucking
Pretty cool
hell,
stuff.
dude.
Pretty cool stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot to take in. So,
Dude, I've been
going
playing Civ
through
for
it.
years now, and I still every time I play it, I learn more about it.
Also, barbarians, dog. What is wrong with them?
Yeah,
For
and
anybody that doesn't know barbarians, they're completely AI. No one can play as a barbarian, from what I've known.
there is a setting called Barbarian Clans. And you can basically, if you take over a barbarian camp with the setting on, you get the
Yeah.
choice of turning it into a clan, or maybe they're already clans. I can't remember. I haven't played it for a while, but basically they're treated as city states,
Interesting.
and they give you like bonuses and stuff if you're a part of their clan or like friendly with them.
I do like the endowments
Endowments.
that you throw or endorments that you throw at city states and you get bonuses.
Oh, envoys. Yeah.
Envoys, yeah, that's what
Mm-hmm.
it's called. That's close.
Yeah, you're good.
Um, yeah, I like the little because I have two on my wing now in the game we're playing. Um,
Isn't that the same system as Civ 5? I can't remember.
I don't
Or
think
do
I've
you,
ever,
oh, that's right. You gave City States gold, I think it's Civ 5, right?
yeah,
To like gain rep with them or something.
yeah, to gain rep with them, you had to give them gold.
Yeah. It's been a long time. Maybe I should go back and play Civ 5 so I can kind of
Oh
grasp like the
God,
difference because I haven't played a long time.
Yeah, they that's definitely a game that I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
It's a
Last night I
lot.
caught.
If
I'm
you
not gonna
don't,
lie. I fell asleep last night to Civ 6 for beginners
oh, you like
for
watched
on
YouTube videos
YouTube.
after we went
Yeah,
to bed? Gotcha.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
So now you're like a pro, right? You're gonna freaking
Oh,
just
100%. I'm like, he knows about the floodgates, but he doesn't know about the sandstorms.
a sandstorm with a spy.
Dude, yeah, you think you're safe around your little walls. Guess what? The walls are coming down. That sand's coming right in. You realize how annoying people will get? It will start a revolution. Sand gets in between everything, everywhere. It's like, ugh. As soon as sand starts getting inside people's houses, everyone's gonna be like, oh no, I have to clean.
Civ is the closest thing to my liking for a game like StarCraft, because I never got into StarCraft
Ooh,
or
StarCraft.
like Command and Conquer. I always watched my dad play that game, but I couldn't get into it. But Civ, I think Civ is just engaging enough for an RTS game that
Yeah,
it
I
entices me.
would, I forget whether or not you've played them. I would like for you to play the Battle for Middle Earth games.
Hmm. I've watched you play it on stream.
Have you?
Hmm.
Or did I stream it to you?
Or one or the other. I've
Yeah,
watched you
okay,
play
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean, like I finished that good campaign and then I finished the evil campaign right afterwards, and then I went back and played the good campaign right afterwards too. Like it's just a constant cycle. I love it. And then like there's also the skirmishes battles that you can do. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those games that it'd be better with friends. Also, I'm gonna look at Reforged because I can. Um, but this is definitely one of the games that I'm really really looking forward to.
What?
Um,
What game?
the Battle for Middle Earth Reforged.
Oh,
It's that game, but like new game engine, new models,
just like basically better graphics.
better graphics, new units, buildings, and abilities.
Yeah. I think we talked
They
about that
have
on here before, right?
yes, I'm looking at it right now. New global map campaign. Currently, we're engaging in creating the multiplayer. Yet we understand that many feel nostalgic about the campaign. I and that, or from Battle Millionth One, they would love to see a similar up to date engine. Not everyone is a fan of ruthless multiplayer mode. Creating stunning locations. Okay, so they're doing like the campaign again. I'm wondering I want an update. Can I get an update? News. There you go. Come on, give me some news. Give me some good news. Wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Meanwhile, the screenshots of the Elven Fortress have arrived. The full version with more possible upgrade expansions will be shown in our next video. Okay, that actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, they've been working on this since 2019. So it's been in production for a fucking while. I'm kind of hoping it's worth it, you know? Be It'll be fun. But yeah, see, multi what's the game title? RTS games. I think I think those will be our new MMOs.
You think? Are you talking
I
about
mean,
just you and me?
just you and me,
Gotcha.
because I
Do
mean
do you think you'll
we're always
ever?
captivated every time we do it.
Yeah. Do you think you're gonna want to play Dragonflight eventually, or do you think
No,
you're just gonna sit out for this one?
if multiple friends said hop on Dragonflight, I would buy it
Gotcha.
just because it's with friends.
Gotcha.
But
I haven't even
I
heard
think I'm
from
sending this one out.
Zach. Have you heard from Zach about it?
I haven't heard from Zach. I heard from Crow. Crow asked whether or not I was going to be doing it. I did politely decline.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you kind of left this hanging a little bit for Wrath.
yeah, that's fine. That's yeah, that's fine. He has a, I mean, he has his own store to run. He was doing his whole shebang for the not trailer home that he has now.
Dude, have you seen his setup?
His sub's dope, bro.
His setup is dope.
I
Like,
just I was just like I haven't been in a stream for I think it was for a month,
yeah,
and that changed. I was like, holy shit.
just so much more room and like there's something about having like a game room with like a couch to hang out with friends and I wish I could do that, but I unless I put this desk in the living room, which is I've never liked that. It's really funny. I hate desks and computers in the living room. Jazz
Yeah,
hates desks and computers in the bedroom.
you
So,
would hate my house then.
well, like if you only have one bedroom, that's one thing, right?
Yeah,
But if you're living with people and stuff, I don't like having my I want to have a room away from what happens in the house. You know what I mean?
If I had another room, I would definitely have my
Yeah, yeah. But you
I would
live
have this in there.
by yourself for the most part, so like
Yeah, for the most part.
that's fine in my opinion. I
Yeah,
don't like playing on my computer with people behind me like chatting about something like if they're engaged or it's something like they're
yeah,
being a part of me like what I'm doing and just kind of hanging out, that's one thing, but if I'm sitting in the living room and Alex is sitting there with a friend just talking and being loud, like I don't like that.
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't like. I like it in my living room. Like, I
There's just
wish
something
that I
about
definitely
having a
had
game
another
room.
space for it, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's just something about having a game room.
So seeing Crow's space, I'm just like, God, I want that so bad.
All right, I have another question then. Both of us are very simple-minded people.
Mhm.
Money's not a factor.
Okay.
Give me a floor plan for your dream home.
Oh, I got you, bro. I got you. Um, I want a modest house, right? I don't want like
Okay,
a super big mansion, like 7 bedrooms,
same.
five
Yeah.
bathrooms. Probably a good 3 or 4 bedroom because I plan on
Okay.
having 2 kids, right? So
Yes.
a room for all of them, room for a jazz night, and a game room slash. It can be in the garage too, just somewhere to
Yes.
have a game room and maybe a theater room. I've always wanted a theater. So
Oh man, that would
it
be
sounds
dope.
really bougie, but those are the two
No,
things.
it's nice.
I want a game room, I want a theater, and I want a good nice garage.
Yes.
And it's not just because I want to be spoiled. I always am always working on projects, and that's one of the things I hate about living in an apartment, as I've lost all my passion for projects because I have no room for projects, like nowhere to
Yes.
do it.
Very
So
much so.
having a garage to build stuff, having a theater to enjoy movies because I'll never go to the movie theater if I have a movie theater at home,
True.
like a proper setup, good sound, good screen.
Yes.
And then the game room, I want to have a LAN like center,
Yes.
like 5 computers, pretty identical, so my kids and I and my wife can play Civ and play games.
Easily.
Yeah, I can have people come over.
Little Timmy is getting demolished by barbarians
Yeah,
while little Stephanie is over there wrecking you with mortar shells.
yeah. And the game room can be in the theater room. Like it can be all one room.
Yes.
Just you typically don't want to do that because a properly set up theater has walls with sound
Walls.
on them,
Yeah.
and if you have like desks and stuff, the sound's gonna do weird stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I want to have at least 5 computers. That way, my full family plus one can all game, or I can have I can have
That's me.
um my family is doing whatever, but I can have like 2 or 3 friends come over and we can game out.
Yeah.
Always wanted that.
Yeah.
I've always like I actually just talked to Jazz about this recently. I really want a barn dominium. Basically, just it's just like one big
Hmm.
building,
Yep.
and then a good chunk of it on the end is the garage, but it has bay doors on both sides so you can pull through. So the
Yeah.
layout is front door, you walk into like a family room, and I prefer, if I'm gonna have a movie theater, I prefer not to have any screens in the family room. Family rooms for like games, like board games, and like um just like non-screen time stuff. So you walk in, you
Yes.
have
To
like a
come
nice
over and yeah.
a foyer, but the family room has no screens. It's just kind of like a hangout spot. Drink drink a glass of wine, maybe read a book type of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's an open floor plan to the dining table and then the island with like bar
Okay.
stools. So like all of that's open, so that way if you have people come over, everything's open. They sit down on the couch, you cook your dinner, and you entertain them without a screen. That's actually really key and really important to me. And then that's when you start showing off the house. Dinner's cooking, you give them the tour, you go in, the garage is right there to access, like to
Right
the
next to the
kitchen,
front door. Yep.
right next to the kitchen. The door to the access inside is right next to the kitchen from the garage. I go out there, show my projects, maybe a couple cool cars eventually. Go out the other side, down the hallway. You have, hmm, I don't know if I want to put the bedrooms right there, but that's where the theater is probably going to be.
Okay.
Either it's going to go downstairs below,
Okay.
or there's going to be a room with a theater, and then next room game room, all on
Okay.
the same floor, preferably. Maybe even have the bedrooms on the top. So
Gotcha.
either it's going to be basement, game room, theater,
Hmm.
maybe a bedroom, and then the bedrooms on the floor on the ground floor, or it's going to be movie theater, game room, and then on the top it's going to have like the bedrooms.
Gotcha.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it. Nice porch
Okay.
area so you can have like parties outside with like a open fire pit.
Gotcha.
Other than that, it's kind of like fill it in with whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sounds really bougie to a lot of people, but
For a lot of people that it
it's
sounds
honestly
bougie, but
modest.
that's why we say it's modest for money is if money was no
Yeah,
factor.
right. What about you?
Mine, money was no factor.
Yeah,
Outside of it,
go for it.
um, it is middle of nowhere.
Okay,
I'm not around like I like city maybe like 15, 20 minutes away. So you still get cars driving by, but you're not like you're definitely not like it doesn't feel like you're in a city, right?
got you.
Kind of country-esque. Property is huge, house is small.
Okay,
There's a reason for this. I'll tell you the reason for it later. Um, modest house, like you said, is about a four. It's gonna be a 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath. It will have outside of it is I forget what it's called. It's stone brick, but it's like stones coming out of the building. It's not actual like flat like a brick wall. It then leads with a I would love a light stone to um oh god, what is it called? It's light stone and then the contrast of wood would be redwood, like a dark redwood oak or a dark redwood. I think that would definitely be very nice.
This is like the barn dominium I'm talking about. It's kind of hard to see,
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's yeah.
like this is what I want,
Barn dominiums are dope.
dude. They're so expensive, but
Me and Justin at work, were talking about them.
yeah,
I mean, but they're a lot cheaper than houses.
depending on how you build them, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but so redwood accents leading up to the house. I would definitely have a nice garden. Uh, just like different stuff, whether it be different vegetables for the season, different fruits for the season, stuff like that. Um, just somewhere that you can go and kind of just relax, like sit outside, relax, and do something with like the family. Um, obviously that leads into the inside. Now the inside is a little bit. It's a little bit. So you walk through the front doors. Front door. I'm telling you right now. Front, dude. Those are they're dope.
Freaking sick, dude.
With so it you driveway. By the way, big U. I've always wanted those. Don't know why.
I
Big U.
got you.
It you go out
Yeah,
and then you're able to come back in.
that's kind of what I want. Like you
Yeah.
basically have uh like a courtyard pretty much, but you can drive into the garage and then that loops all the way around.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Because for me, same thing. It's you're able to go in, drop someone off, go out, right?
Mhm.
But house, both sides have a garage on them.
Interesting.
So when you
Okay.
go in, you're able to go through bay doors, go through, loop on the back side of the. So if you want to go straight to the backyard, bam. Or you want to stay in the front yard, bam. You're able to bay doors, go through the other bay doors, call it a day. If that's something you wanted to do. This is the layout. You walk in through the front door. Front door is a 360 swivel door. Do you know those? Joint is in the middle, and you're just able to swivel through it. Locks on both sides. It's amazing.
So now you're sounding bougie.
Yes. You walk
Cool
through the
though.
front door. Um, instantly left hand side, you have family slash so family area as soon as you walk into the left hand side, like you said, for guests, for no screen time, for no um but it's definitely filled with stuff that is my personality. So it's more like the look what I got. I got a LED lamp for Super Mario Bros. Or something like that, right? Like something that's like, oh, I got this cool thing, put it in the family room. The rest of the house is kind of like decoration wise, it's more like, oh, it's family orientated. But that room is like, bam. As soon as you walk in, next room on your left hand side, it's a pretty long hallway. Left hand side is living room. You have the TV and everything, which opens up to the right hand side. Right hand side has a open concept. So you go left, you're in your living room. There's a wall right here. This is your family room on that side, but there's a wall here, so can't see it. You turn to the right, open concept, long ways, and it's living room, kind of a bar-ish area on both sides that have high like a high chair kind of situation, and then that leads into a island surrounded by kitchen, which leads into the backyard. There's another door that leads into the one of the garages, and that's kind of where the bay doors come into play, because the other garage you can go there. If you say living room's right here, This, as you keep going down the hallway, except for going into the living room, you go down the hallway and it opens up, and that's all gaming. Its right-hand side wall is filled with, as soon as you walk in, right-hand side, filled with all electronics. There's a sliding glass door for the back door. There's X, Y, and Z for PlayStation, Xbox, set up there. There's two TVs there just in case you guys want to play split screen or multiplayer, whatever. Um, there's the there's the door leading into the second bay doors on the far hand side, on the right hand side. Um, there's a door for that, and then all the empty space right here that as soon as you walk in is to the right is going to be anything and everything for me streaming.
Gotcha.
That right there is like dream homes. Upstairs leads to all four bedrooms. Bathroom is downstairs, or two bathrooms downstairs. Sorry, one and a half because the one and a half. And then upstairs will be four bedrooms, two baths. Call it a day. It would be nice. Oh, also vaulted ceilings. That's a must. I hate these little ceiling ass places that I love vaulted ceilings, dude.
Yeah,
My
we
mom
have
has vaulted ceilings.
one
Oh,
vaulted ceiling in our living room because we're on the second story.
dude, it's so nice. We had
But
vaulted
yeah.
ceilings at the last place I lived at, and that place was if you give me a support beam in the middle with redwood, oh my god. Dude, support beams are dope. Throw some LED lights around them. Fucking man.
So support beams are like disco balls for you.
Yeah, bro.
Support beam
It's
equals new
crazy.
age disco ball.
Dude, support beams in a high vaulted ceiling mixed with the outside being a stone, like a stone mixed with a redwood accent. I'm in heaven. That's my dream home.
Got you.
But with that all being said, we're gonna end this with snowball fight of a century. Pokemon. Rules are first gen, no legendaries, no starters through the whole evolution. Okay? I have my list of who I want.
You already have your list?
I already have my list. Top three. Go for it.
All three of them right now?
No, it's draft style, one
Okay.
after another. I thought you didn't
Nidoking.
have to I thought you didn't have to pull up a list.
I don't have to pull it up for to know, but
Nido King.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nido King. That's a nice one. Yeah, I go with your boy Onyx.
Gengar.
Gengar. Is Gengar who I think it is?
He's the big purple dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. 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 Pikachu. Have to go with the crowd favorite. Crowd favorite.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm leaning toward Poliwrath. Snorlax would be really fun too. I don't know.
Snorlax would be really fun.
The third one's tough. Yeah, I'll go with Poliwrath. I gotta counter. I gotta counter your Onyx.
Ooh. Okay. I just need.
So you have what so far?
I have Pikachu and Come on. Pikachu and Onyx. I think I'm gonna go with it. Ninetales.
I was kind of debating whether I should go water or fire to counter Pikachu.
I would say I'm gonna say Ninetales.
Yeah, I'm glad I went Poliwrath.
Yeah.
So now Poliwrath can counter Onyx and freaking Ninetales.
I don't know. Some of those are crowd favorites. I'm trying
What?
to win over the crowd, bro. I'm not
Went over
trying to
the
win
crowd?
a snowball fight. I'm trying to win over the crowd, baby. Pikachu, come on. Everyone loves Pikachu. Everyone knows Pikachu.
Why wouldn't you pick
I
Raichu?
had to look up. I had to look. Good question. Um, I had to look up who the hell Gengar was.
Everybody likes Gengar, dude.
Yeah, everyone does like Gengar, actually.
Yeah, lots of people like Gengar.
Well, that ends this episode of the podcast. My name has been Michael, aka Freakweasel. This has
Your
been Brandon, aka ReconviperTV.
your
What
name has been Michael.
has been? Now it's Freakweasel. I hope everyone has a lovely night.
Bye.
Bye.
Now what?